Welcome back to Dr. Red Pill. For today's video, I figured that how to basically tackle some of these attacks on Mgtow, which is which is mostly done by women, but but obviously there's some white knights and simps that are freaking joining the cause to try to get them some points with the women. For this video, I'm going on Urban Dictionary and reading some of the negative comments people have made on Mgtow. Obviously, there's the normal pro Mgtow comments on there, or definitions as they're called on Urban Dictionary, but I'm going to read a couple of the negative ones and reply to them with my own personal opinion on the matter. Starting out with the first negative one is Mgtow, lonely, angry, rejected men who needs to believe that the reason they don't have love in life is that they don't desire it, because God forbid they work on some self-improvement to make themselves more attractive. They need to believe women reject them strictly because they're bitches, and not because there are possibly any other good reasons to do so. First off, as you all know, I'm a bigger guy here, not huge sumo level, but I'm a bigger guy. But I'll admit it does make it a little harder for me than other guys to freaking get laid. But it is not freaking impossible. I don't have huge problems getting a date if I wanted to, or getting laid. Yes, other guys have better chances at it, but it's not impossible for me. About 13 months ago, I remember it because I still chuckle every time I think about it. I was at a friend's freaking birthday party, and a mutual friend of both me and this friend that came with his girlfriend. His girlfriend brought one of her friends, who I've met on several occasions, and I'll call her probably about easily a 7, and she actually asked me out. Her and another woman tried to frickin' double team me into convincing me that a relationship is a good idea, when every single relationship I have been in is garbage. See the single mother video I made earlier on to get into more details about that. Well, I ended up saying I don't want a relationship. This woman, point blank, instead of beating around the bushes, straight out said, her exact words were, "I want to date you." And I'll admit I was a little drunk at the time. I just looked at her straight in the face and said, I don't care who she is, no woman is good enough to date me. Yeah, because of freaking all the negative experiences I've personally had in relationships. Now, she looked freaking shocked. Because women are allowed to say that shit to men all they want, but God forbid a man says that to a woman. She was shocked, but eventually she dropped the frickin' topic and left. I'm trying to fight a smile thinking about it, but I do find it quite enjoyable. Okay, the next one here is frickin' men going their own way. The whiny, reactionary male equivalent of the feminazi. Usually one of the following types. Men who have come from families with a horrible mother, perceived as maltreating the father, and with quotes, "That bitch left us so daddy had to drink and beat us instead," end quotes. Now, first of all, I myself, along with my brother and sister, were raised by a single father after our mother passed away from cancer when I was a kid. And yes, my dad was. We were all shaken up about freaking my mom's passing. That was freaking about 21 years ago now that she passed away. Did my dad become a drunk? No. Did he beat us? No. My dad freaking continued to raise 3 young children and work the business that he owned himself. He's still keeping us in a good job. So I've got 0 negative experiences from my mother figure. So this woman, well, I'm gonna guess is a woman, right, who wrote this, is speaking out of her backside. Complete nonsense. It continues on saying, naive men who had one relationship which failed due to their poor judgment or character or lack of it themselves, proof that all women are evil. Well, I'm not saying women are evil. The bitch part, I gotta agree that most of them are. Not all. I honestly have had some decent enough experiences with women on a social level. More so now that I don't give a hell about trying to date them. Once they realize that, they seem to stop viewing me as a potential rapist or somebody that's going to attack them, which the feminist movement, especially the Mgtow movement, seem to be getting into them. Then it goes on divorcees who perceive their wife got the better deal. She has a restraining order out on me and I can't see my kid. All because I busted her jaw in that fight. Okay, that jaw crap, like beating her. Now, I'm not going to be ignorant here and say, yes, that does happen. Some men are freaking deadbeats like that. Out of nowhere, just beating women. Yes. Under those circumstances, the restraining order will be warranted. I'll admit that. But the majority of women who deprive men, fathers, from seeing their children are just bitches. They're doing it to hurt the man further. Maybe not all, but a large portion of them, and from what I've seen, they just want to hurt the man more. And then goes 40-year-old virgins who want to feel proud about their status by demonizing women, then the conventional norms make them feel ashamed. Well, I don't know about a lot of you freaking people watching this, but I am far from being a freaking virgin. I'll admit I'm not proud of a lot of the women I've slept with. A lot of them being from more of a drunken experience at the bar. Excuse me. But I'm not a freaking virgin. They characterize women as unfaithful and always on the lookout for a better mate. I'm not going to touch the unfaithful parts of that comment because there's there's a fair amount of men who are also unfaithful in relationships, so I'm not going to touch that. But the women being on the lookout for a better mate, yes, most of them are, because eventually they're unhappy because they feel that the man is not making as much money as he should. And when the man starts working more hours, trying to get a better job that requires more of his time, then all of a sudden the man's not spending as much time with the woman. And she's not happy with that, so she's going to start looking at for a different mate. Once again, not saying all of them are like that, but too many of them are. Gold digging. Only interested in their money, even though they are often penniless. Look at my previous comment. Housework plagued them to get frickin' a job as proof of it. Well, this, whatever, frickin' not gonna get away from that. Not gonna comment. Okay, I should have enough time. I'm going to go for one frickin' more here. Okay, here's an interesting one. Males who don't want to grow up and play nice with women, so they act like Eric Cartman from South Park. When he says, "Screw you guys, I'm going home." Mgtow members dedicate themselves to a lifetime without romantic relationships with women, but full of masturbation. You know, like priests. First of all, don't bring the frickin' religion into this topic there, Miss Feminist or Mr. White Knight, whoever the hell is writing this one off Urban Dictionaries. They don't have squat to do with it. They're actually promoting relationships, which you women should be happy about, because since you're attacking Mgtow, which is a bunch of men leaving relationships. It's like, hell, I've had romantic relationships. I've had several of them. Like I said earlier in this video, look at the single mother video, Foyd single mother video that I posted earlier, for personal experiences that I've had with one woman. And then there's the gold digger, a literal gold digger, which I talked about in a previous video. I can't remember the name of it, but I'm sure you'll find it. I'll only have a few videos up at this point. Just give it a break. You women are proving that you are, by these attacks, you're proving that you don't like Mgtow, because we're basically leaving you, more or less, at the altar, for a matter of speaking. We're boycotting, even approaching you in greater numbers, which you women, going by your talk, should be increasingly happy about, because you don't have to worry about the, quote, creepy guy, end quote, approaching you at the bar or on the street. Isn't that what you wanted? But no, you freaking want to keep on attacking Mgtow, because we had enough of you, and you don't seem to like that too much. Well, I'm starting to run out a bit of time here. I might get into more of these off here for my next video. I might call it part 2 of the attack on Mgtow. We'll just have to see how it goes for my next video. Thanks for watching my videos, and those of you who have subscribed, thank you. Feel free to comment, but be civil. Like I said before, I have no problem being a prick to you if you're gonna start being rude and uncivil in the comments. There's a good chance, highly good chance, I'll be better at it than you are. If you want to comment, feel free. If not, don't really care. Well, have a good one.